Hi, this is Lady Lex UK, and this is a new series for my YouTube channel. In this series, we're going to look at dreamers' portfolios. We're going to choose one dreamer per video and look through everything they've created over the last 5 years. And we're starting with mmdreamqueen, who is the most thumbed up creator. And for those of you who don't know, this is a Media Molecule account. It started off as something for them to put things out that they made on live streams. And it's also got this interesting little bit of trivia here. They made it so that everybody that joined the Dreamiverse became a follower of this account, a bit like on MySpace. And that means we've got a number here, 3,167,284. So that is pretty much the amount of accounts that were raised in Dreams. Now, some of them might be duplicate accounts of the same person, but we'll take it that it's about 3 million people have had Dreams at one time or another. It's possible to maybe unfollow this account, I don't know, but that's like a minimum. It won't be many people that bothered to even look at this area of Dreams and fiddle about with it. So I think we've got a pretty good idea then that 3 million people have got a copy of Dreams. I don't know where they all are. They certainly were never in Dreams all at the same time. So and at the moment, I think we'll be lucky to have 100,000 people in Dreams on a regular basis. So we're down to a very, very small numbers now, I think. Anyway, less of the melancholy, on to the clips. Right, so I'm going to go through everything it's very difficult to do everything for this particular account because it's so massive. They've got 29 dreams, 91 scenes, 298 collections, and 558 elements. So it's not going to be possible to cover absolutely everything, but we'll have a look at some of the interesting dreams to start with, and let's go. So the first thing in their portfolio is Dash Smash. This was an advert for a kit and using Dreamiverse Dash and collectibles. And this is what they came up with. It's a very simple game. I say simple, I've fallen off straight away. You've got to collect the power-ups. There's 4 on this tube. I'll come back to the other one. There we go. And then you carry on to these moving platforms. I'm trying to do it fast. I'm going to fall, aren't I? Try not to die. Get to the end. There's time thing here. Well, okay. Give me some leeway. Didn't die. Got to jump before. There we go. Jump before. And we're done. And it was just advertising this particular game type. I do believe it was one of the challenges as well, that if you wanted to get an what do you call them? Achievement. But there we go, that's Dash Smash. Then we got Architectural Musings, which was part of a live stream. I'm not going to show you that, it's just like cloning practice. Then we got Kareem's Sea Lord. There's I just want to show you this. He spent ages making this thing, talking all the way over a couple of live streams, so you can see that he was talking more than he was sculpting. And here we have an error where he hasn't sculpted the crown onto the Sea Lord. So even even people in Media Molecule who know what they're doing make mistakes, so don't worry about it. There's also an awful lot of spelling mistakes over a lot of the creations, the games that they made in Dreams. So if you're not good at spelling, don't worry, Media Molecule aren't either. We got a treasure hunt here that was like a collection quest. This was for the first of their charity collaborations for One Special Day, which is a charity that deals with gaming for people with disabilities, such as mobility issues, blindness, deafness, that sort of thing. Then we've got Dream Walk. This is the first community event on this that's featured on this particular account. J plus B and mmdreamqueen. So J plus B, the first, I think it was the first, certainly most public dreamer to get a job at Media Molecule. So various different walks, all of these made by different people, and some of them are you're controlled and some of them are animated. So this one you've got controlled. Ian Sane Artist makes a lot of walking sims. This is one of the early ones. We're going on to somebody else now. I think we probably are. That looked like a clip from somebody else. Okay, we've got a train track. Not so much a dream walk as a dream travel. I don't think there was very many rules and stipulations for this particular community event. I didn't even know it was happening, I don't think. I certainly didn't do one myself. Sometimes these things get announced on live streams, and if you're not watching the live streams, which I couldn't because they were on at the wrong time for me, you miss out on some information. Is that the Disney castle? Very similar. Very pretty though. I think this is from Tangled, right? Anyway, there we are. Cool. Lots of different things in there. Then we have another charity thing. This was for the New Zealand Sustainable Coastlines. It's a pick up the litter game. It's 45 seconds of picking up litter off the beach. It's not particularly exciting, but it shows you the sort of thing that was going to become a major part of Media Molecule and their collaborations. We'll see a bit later on that they continued that sort of environmentally friendly outlook on life. Here, however, is one of the best community events. This is All Hallows. This was the first one. I think this is possibly the best one. People got better at Dreams, but for some reason I love the charm of this. A lot of people took part. You had to create a room for a haunted house. They gave you some templates. So we'll go in. You could do anything you liked in your room. Start with the first floor. I think we were surprised at how popular this became. But I mean, Halloween's a very popular holiday, and everybody wanted to take part. Now, this is slightly different to all the other levels in that this is by Entropy Tamed, and he's made a lot of little spooky games. So in this game, you've got to try and not get staked, and I didn't do it very far. Catch the blood and not get staked. This one I can't even do. You roll the skull using the D-pad and try and get it up through the maze. I can't even get him up through the bottom, so that's no good. And this is a Simon game. You follow the ghost, so he goes right, and then you go right. He goes right, and then right again. So you go right, and right again. And it's randomized for each game. It's a Simon game. You just got to follow. And then you get these prizes come out if you get a certain score in each of the games, which is really cool. But here's a more typical room. Having a dining experience with various different monsters. It's rather cool. I like it. I love this the cobwebs up there on the chandelier. Very nice. Through to a dungeon. A lot of people did this type of thing. This is Red Saikatsu. Is a character from his games. It's really nice. Moving on. A lot of these rooms, they didn't actually put their name in it, so you don't know who made it. This is a bit of a failing of the... Failing, or maybe not a failing. I don't know. It made it feel like it was more of a whole thing if you didn't have people's names keep cropping up. But on the other hand, you didn't know who made it, so you didn't know who you were praising when you played it. Anyway, really cool. All Hallows Dreams, really cool. Really nice. Here's another game, little tiny mini game made for the Green Game Jam, which was part of a collaborative event with the UN Environmental Programme, Play for Forests. They were trying to raise money from gamers for the environment. And this was a little game with squirrels. I know I said about them spelling things incorrectly. Media Monica very bad at spelling. This is on purpose, but sometimes they do spelling not on purpose. So, not good QA control on some of this stuff, I must say. Okay, let's get on then. I think we need to collect the squirrels. There we are. Recruit the squirrels, destroy the logger shacks, and scare away the loggers. Throw their stuff into the river. Okay, so there we are. And here's some logger gear that we got to chuck in the river. In it goes. Go on, go in. There we go, that's one done. Am I going the right way? Yeah. And there's some loggers there. Okay, so they were creating tiny little games for game jams. It's like little game jam games. Nothing major, nothing that would take them too long, maybe a couple of weeks. Here is another litter picker game. This one's like a bit nicer than the other litter picker game, but it's still a litter picker game. Pick up the litter again for the UN. I won't go into that because there's too many of them. Reef dive, and again for the UN. This one's underwater, a very slow sort of swim around. Kelp surprise, or kelp surprise is how that's supposed to be pronounced. Lots of spelling mistakes in this, but it's sort of an animated lesson in what you can do with kelp, not a game. Looks really cool. The character models are really nice. And then we've got a little forest walk. Again, the character models are very nice. I'll just show you this one briefly. So we have this character here. Using the right stick, you push the right stick down and pick up litter. So, sort of a lesson in environmental stuff. He's picked up a balloon and a plastic bag. It's more litter picking. Really lovely models, and I love the style of this one. But you know, this is the third or fourth litter picking game that this account had made. It's and here's another one. More litter picking, trash to remove. Ocean Objectives. A bit more platformy, this one, but still very litter picky. And then we had something different. This was, they had Aardman Animations came into the studio and they gave them dreams to play with, and this is what they came up with. So you can play as the hand. How do we turn it up? I can't turn it back up. And that's basically it. Trouble is, he's saying burger, 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 which sounds like something else if you don't turn it down. Yeah, an operatic burger. Aardman, that's what they made. Then we move on to Dreamscom. Now, Dreamscom 2020 is not on this account, but 2021 is. There's a demo that was part of the demo version of Dreams. This was released with that to showcase various things. So we go in. Dreamscom 21. They put a lot of effort into this. Media Molecule and the community. Everybody made a little booth to advertise their games and things. This first floor is all Media Molecule stuff. So this is stuff that hadn't yet come out. So we've got Ancient Dangers, A Bat's Tale, Tren, and Mega Penguin Rehatch. These were new games to us. We didn't know about these until Dreamscom, and there was a big reveal. These are games that they spend a lot of time on, major things, not these little collection quests that are in this account. These are the major Media Molecule releases that they spent months on, if not years, some of them. And here we have the community booths. So you've got things like games that you can play in the booth. Here's one. They could be making a game in here, or they could be advertising something that's coming up that they've made, or a game that is already in the Dreamverse, and they want you to play it, and they're advertising it here. The only issue I found with all the Dreamscoms was that some of these booths you didn't know what they were advertising or who made it. It really depends on the creator and whether they actually made the effort to put their name and game actually named in it. Some of them did it really well. It's very obvious here. This is Red and the Cursed Isles by Red Sakatsu. Easy weasy. Some of the others, not so much. This is Pet Cafe Kiosk. Don't know who made it. Don't know if this is a game. I think this is advertising Pet Cafe, which is a game. But you haven't got the name of the creator and things. And if you weren't familiar with the game Pet Cafe, would it be obvious that this is a game or not? Who knows? There's Stank Hank's booth. There's a huge variety of stuff. I know who that is. That is Udorian. There we go. Udorian. Really cool. Love Dreamscom. It was always good to see things in there. Not as popular though as the All Hallows Dreams. And here we go on to another one. This one is All Hallows. Look at that, 13,000 thumbs up. This is the Ghost Train version. So instead of a room in the haunted house, we now had a bit of track to create, and you had the option to have like on the rails shooter as part of your level as well. Really nice kit. I couldn't get the hang of it, so I didn't make a ghost train, but I did do a scarecrow, which was the other option for taking part. In the first year, You could make pumpkins this year. You could make pumpkins or scarecrows. I love the start of this. It's really cool. I love the look. Me and Michael spent a lot of time making these, and it really paid off. I think these community events were really good. It is such a shame that we no longer have these. But you know, it would take. See, the thing is, I reckon one person in Media Molecule could make something. They're talented guys. So it's not as if they'd be using up a lot of resources, but everybody is working on their new game, and Dreams is now done. So it is a shame. I like this demon. He's really cool. Let's go into a ghost train level. There's one there, isn't it? Horror Junction, Ghost Train 2, that'll do. So, you've got various doors. Don't mind the disconnecting. That's just... It does that constantly. I'm sure it does it on yours. So here's a good example. Didn't get it in time. Of the... got that one. Good example of the on-the-rails shooter that you could make. I'm not going to get that, am I? No. So each level was completely different. Some of them were a bit more spookier than others. Some of them were family friendly, some of them not. And like I say, some of them had shooters, some of them did not. It was a good example of a shooter one, like I say. Lots of levels like that. Very cool. And that was launched on the mmdreamqueen, as was all the All Hallows Dreams ones. This game is very odd. I don't know what this was about. I can't play it. I have no idea how to play it. I always end up... Well, he looks through the telescope at a planet and then nothing seems to happen. So other people say this is beautiful and all the rest of it. I have no idea how you play it. This one is a little planetary system. I believe this was part of a game jam. Or advertising. We did some spacey type game jams. Minimuck released these little tiny games every now and then. And had them on the stream, live stream, to advertise various game jams and collaborations and things like that. So in this game, there's various quests. So we've got to scan the yellow flower, bounce on the dotted mushroom and feed the creature. Just got to find them, I guess. There are other games that have featured this mechanic. I have no idea how it's done. It's not that easy to implement, but there we go. It's a pity that these things are not remixable so you can see them. It would have been really nice, but it's sort of they kept all the secrets to themselves. Another planetary one here. This one's more artwork. And then we move on to the 2022. This is the Impy shortlist. So I think this is the end of 2021. And this is the beginning of 2022, I'm guessing. Is it or the end of 2021 still? No, there we are, 2022, February. This is the Impy shortlist for 2022. So here's how they sort of announced them, I suppose. So Contribution Beyond Dreams, Elka Gaming, Maiden Dreams, Ugly Sofa, Computer Cat, and Saka's Mind. Community Star, D General, Dorian, Iduku, driven Kelby Jones. Breakthrough Dreamer. Most helpful dreamer. Anyway, there were other... I don't know how you get to them, but there you go. Dream Walk 2. I don't need to do this again. They made another Dream Walk. Even less interesting. This one, I didn't take part in that one either. And then we had Mega Penguin Rehatched. So this was the launch of a community event where they gave you some kits, stuff, and you got to make a Mega Penguin level. Mega Penguin was a character from live streams. Let's do a quick play. What? Useless. Okay. You can find it. I mean, quick play is go and look for it yourself. So that's hardly quick play, is it? So it starts off with a Media Molecule made one. The idea was to create a level, and it could have been any style of game. Most people made platformers. You had to collect pebbles. Some levels it was important to collect the pebbles. Some levels it wasn't important. It was just pebbles to collect. This was like a puzzle platformer. You got to plug things in and everything. And other people made lots of different levels. I did a level for this one. I know it's in here. Oh, there it is. Make a penguin in the logic cave. I'll just play a little bit of this. Just slightly. I'll just do the intro. I made the music. So I thought I'd do a little intro. This is... I spent a lot of time on this. I know what I wanted to make. It sort of worked. Door locked. Gadget insertion required. So the idea was to use the logic stuff, so I could pick up. You can pick up. Oops, pick up logic chips. And pop them in there. So this one is an emitter, so it emits a lot of pebbles. So we'll take that out and pop that down. And then I've got another one. What we got here? Wind. What does the wind one do? There we go. I'll go in. Oh, okay. The wind one blew me across the map. So, yeah. You get through the door and there's some more logic puzzles and things to do. I was quite pleased with it. Like I say, I don't make games, but I had a go. Then we got Dreamscom 22, so more of the same sort of thing. I'm not going to show you that. And then you had All Hallows, The Land of Lost Dreams, our last All Hallows. This is a purgatory dimension haunted by half-finished ideas and forgotten concepts. For my level, I used lots of bits and pieces that I'd made and just shoved them all in a level. You were given like forest pieces, so bits of a forest. And you put what you like in. You wonder what they knew. I mean, so this was November 2022. Did they know it was their last one? It's quite cute. I quite like the start of this. So you make your way through this spooky forest, and we got the community making each level like we did in all the previous ones, and it's good. There were some really interesting things in here. I can't go through it, but yeah. There was a storyline which we didn't really have in the other ones. There was a definite end goal, which we didn't have in the other ones, which was interesting. And then we end up to the last two things that that this account ever made. So we're right at the end of this. BAFTA idea generator. This is, it's a little cute thing. So you can spin the wheel to give you some ideas of what to make. So a one-touch alternate reality escape with avoiding enemies in virtual reality game. Won't be making that. Action in a supermarket. Destroy objects and bounce off walls. And the wild card is fruit. So you've got to collect fruit from a supermarket. Okay. Last go. Racing in a cave. Survive, limited time, and possible VR. So there we go. It's okay. It's a cute little thing. And the last thing they made is Happy Pride Month. It's just a bit of artwork. It's a shame that they left it on. That's the last thing they ever did. They didn't go out with a bang with a game or anything. It's just a little bit of artwork. So a little sad, to be honest. When is Pride Month? June 2023. So that was after they had made the announcement that they were closing down, and that's the last thing they did. Sad. Okay, so now we'll move on. There's some scenes. I'm not going to go into this. There are 91 scenes. Most of these are, like I said, these are live stream stuff. So they released the scenes. There's the dash smash there that they put into a dream. So a lot of this is just unfinished, simple things that they made on the stream. There's another iteration of Kareem's Sea Lord look. So not really all that interesting. Then we got into the scenes that they released for Dreamscom and All Hallows and all of that sort of thing. They're all in here. There's some scenes there for. So these are actual scenes. For example, this is Mine, and they remixed Mine in order to put it in the game. So that a lot of these 92 scenes are not actually by Media Molecule at all. They are rehatched. That we've just seen Baker Penguin rehatched. So there's no point really looking at the scenes because most of this is kit stuff for community events. Here was a community event that they didn't launch on the stream. This is the making a floating island. So that the dream for that is not on here. They must have released it on another account. The collections. Most of these, let me go back to the beginning. There are 200. Well, let's not go back to the beginning. There's too many. 298 collections in here. So we got a mixture of. So there's the floating island thing. Nomination. for the 4th annual Impies. So there's some scenes here that you had to remix. There's some elements here that come with it. That was a community event. And then you had the Impy Awards collections. So nominees will be put into collections like that. But the majority of these are weekly collections of their favourites. So you can go through these and see what they picked out as their favourite things. They used this on a live stream and played these games live. So that's basically what those are. Then we go on to the elements. And again, these are kit elements, and there are loads of them. And there's so many of them. I might make a special on just the media molecule elements here, because some of these are amazing. And I've not seen half of these. I'm sure you haven't either, because you don't spend your time going through. I mean, look at that. You know, you don't spend your time going through media molecules elements, I'm sure. There's lots in here. Lots of them were made for game jams, kit releases, community event kits. There's so much in here. So I might make a video of those separately at some point, because they're really cool. So there we go. That was Dream Queen. Lots and lots and lots in there. So going forward then, I'm going to go through the Dreamers most thumbed up. So our next one in a fortnight's time will be Elka Gaming. So join me for that one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the portfolio look at Media Molecule, and I'll catch you in your dreams.